Today's third video for you is firstly, Ethiopian Christian community is celebrating Hosanna holiday today. It's Palm Sunday today. Secondly, we have a new story from the Oromia region of Ethiopia where a former mayor of a town has been killed. The incident happened in central Oromia in southwest Shava zone of Oromia. And reportedly, the incident is linked to the ongoing military operation against Oromo Liberation Army. Thirdly, General Migbe of Tigray Defense Force has reportedly joined his forces on Western Tigray front. His pictures are being shared. He was pronounced dead several times in the past. Once again, he is back on the battleground. Is Tigray Defense Force going to start a major offensive on Western Tigray? Why did he join his forces where he is leading his forces there? Some other TDF channels are also on Western Tigray front reportedly. Fourthly, we have a new story about an interview of Adem Farah, who is newly elected vice president of the Prosperity Party. He is originally from the Somali region of Ethiopia. A few hours ago, he was interviewed, I think, by Fana TV. And during his interview, he spoke about Oromo Liberation Army, about the overall situation, law and order situation in the country. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian Christian community is celebrating Hosanna holiday today. Hosanna holiday is Palm Sunday. So today is Palm Sunday, and it's a religious holiday. It's Sunday. It's a day of religious celebrations in Ethiopia. Religious community organizes several ceremonies, several gatherings on this day. You can see some pictures from Debre Tabor where some programs were held in connection with Hosanna celebrations. Skandar Naga was also seen celebrating it in his own way. People wear rings and other things made of palm leaves on this day. It's a day of religious festivity. The day commemorates the entry of Jesus the Christ in Jerusalem. Secondly, viewers, we have a new story from Oromia region of Ethiopia where we know that a military campaign against Oromo Liberation Army is underway. A former mayor of a town has been killed, and people say his killing is linked to the ongoing military operation against Oromo Liberation Army. What is the name of the person? His name is Solomon Taye. Solomon Taye is former mayor of Haro Vanchi. Where is Haro Vanchi? Haro Vanchi is in southwest Shava zone. Southwest Shiva zone is in central part of Oromia. A few days ago, I reported about ongoing fighting along the two roads which link Addis Ababa with the western part of Oromia, and one of these two roads passes through southwest Shiva zone of Oromia. Here, fighting has been going on between OLA fighters and government forces for the past 10 days. Now, this mayor, former mayor, has been killed. Who killed him? Government-backed news sources have not shared any statement. They have not spoken about this development. But OLA-backed news sources and some locals say that Solomon Tai was arrested by security forces. He was taken, he was arrested by security forces. Who took him away, and later his dead body was seen. You can see a picture on your screen of Solomon Tai. Was he supporting Oromo Liberation Army, was a sympathizer. Why was he killed? I think Oromia regional government must clarify the circumstances surrounding this man's death. Why? Because we know that this is OLA's stated position, OLF's stated position that civilians are being targeted, that the target of this operation is civilians, not OLA. So if civilians are getting killed, then the government must clarify the circumstances surrounding their death. Otherwise, what OLA is saying will be seen as truth. We know that Oromo Abagadas were killed last year in East Shiva zone of Oromia. They were killed because they were accused of supporting Oromo Liberation Army. Government denied their killings. Later, Ethiopian Human Rights Commission in a report confirmed that security forces were involved in the killing of Oromo Abagadas in eastern Shiva zone of Oromia. Now we are hearing about the death of a former mayor of Haro Vonji town. Thirdly, viewers, Channel Migbe, pronounced dead several times in the past, is once again back on the battlefield. This time he is on Western Tigray front. He's been seen there. Reportedly, he has joined his forces on Western Tigray front. Two other generals, General Sadkan, General Varade, are also there. Tigray Defense Force, Tigray government are completing their preparations for an assault, a military assault on Western Tigray. People don't like it when I say Western Tigray. I can call it Humera, Volkai, Sagade, whatever you like. But it seems that if there is no intervention, if there is no solution to the deadlock over this area, we could see start of a military offensive. 2 days ago, African Union's representative Benkole Adoye held a meeting with Demake Mekonnen. Benkole Adoye has been appointed as another mediator along with Olusegun Obasanjo to resolve Tigray conflict. So meeting was held reportedly in connection with this area. Humera, Volkai, Sagade, Western Tigray, but so far no solution. Amhara government, Amhara politicians, Amhara groups, they are not ready to withdraw even an inch from their position about this front. That is why tensions are rising. Tigray Defense Force is making preparations for an assault. If there is no intervention, if there is no solution, we could see start of a deadly battle, deadly war for this area, a very strategic area which shares border with Sudan. Preparations underway on both sides of the border. On both sides of the border, we have seen attacks on Ethiopian government forces on Sudan side of the border as well. Several rounds of clashes between Tigray fighters and Ethiopian government forces have been seen close to Sudan-Ethiopia border areas on Sudan side. So preparations underway on both sides. General Migbe has reportedly joined his forces there on Western Tigray front. He was leading his forces in Gondar as well when Tigray forces were trying to encircle Gondar. If you remember, TDF in alliance with some local groups tried to cut off Gondar and Humera last year, but it did not succeed. Back then, Migbe was in charge of the military campaign. Now he is on Western Tigray front. Lastly, viewers, Adem Farah is newly elected vice president of the Prosperity Party. He and Demake are two vice president of this party. Abiy Ahmed is the president, the chairman of the party. Adem Farah appeared in an interview of Fana TV a few hours ago where he spoke about Oromo Liberation Army. In his interview, he said that there was presence of Oromo Liberation Army in 21 districts of the Oromia region, but it was not in control of large territories in Oromia. Now, is OLA just in 21 towns of Oromia? Well, Hangasa Ibrahim is a member of the parliament from the Oromia region. If you remember, a few days ago during a speech at the parliament, he said that OLA was in control of dozens of districts in the Oromia region. I think Adem Farah is underestimating the presence of Oromo Liberation Army in Oromia. OLA has significant military presence in Western Oromia, Southern Oromia, in Central Oromia, in parts of North Shiva Zone, East Shiva Zone. So 21 is not the correct figure according to my information. OLA has significant presence in large parts of Oromia. Question is, can it repel this new military offensive? Can it remain in control of the areas which it has been for years? Oda Turbi, when he talked to me a few hours ago, he said that so far OLA forces had not lost any position. They were in control of the areas which they have been holding for months. But we'll have to wait and see. But so far, just we are into the third week of this operation, almost 2 weeks past. We have not seen a major commander of OLA arrested so far. Though Jalmaro has not been seen in public. Where is he? We don't know. Rumors still there about his death, but no confirmation. But we have not seen Ethiopian government show any major OLA leader captured by government forces. So operation is still ongoing despite the involvement all regional forces, Ethiopian federal forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force. So far no considerable progress has been made. We'll try to update you in coming videos. Thanks for watching.